post-game show on Fox Sports South. I'm Harris Seidman alongside Colin Hill and Walt Higgins III. And as we said earlier in the pregame show, today was Super Bowl 54. Colin, what did you think of this game? We definitely saw the Falcons who won over the Steelers. We definitely saw them with a big impact on this game. Colin, what did you think about that?
I felt the Falcons' offense played really well. I mean, the defense didn't do their best, letting up 24 points, but the offense saved them, and they were able to score 35, and they were able to get the win today against the Steelers.
Now, Walt, you said earlier that you had the Steelers going. Well, obviously we saw the Falcons win. What did you think happened with the Steelers?
I just didn't think their defense was up to par like it should have been. Too many open receivers, too many open runs. It just didn't look good for them on the defensive side.
Now, the score was 35-21 Atlanta. Did you think, Colin, that the best team won?
I do. I think Atlanta's been the best team all year. I mean, they beat New Orleans. Although the Steelers had a better record, I think that talent-wise, the Falcons were always the best team, and I think the best team won today.
And with the downfall of James Conner in this game, we saw him go down in the first quarter. I personally think that was one of the biggest factors the Steelers had all game, was the loss of James Conner. Well, what did you think about that loss?
Yeah, it was scary. I mean, the backup running back did not go in and fill in the correct way. I mean, you don't really expect him to do it. He's the third string, technically. So he just didn't fill in the shoes of James Conner. I just didn't like the way he performed. I think it was a big factor in our loss as well. Only 50 rushing yards. That's just a disappointment.
Well, who did you guys think was player of the game? Personally, I think it was Julio Jones. Julio caught 6 receptions for 135 yards and 2 touchdowns.
I mean, yeah, Super Bowl MVP has got to be the MVP of the game, and Julio 2 touchdowns really was just tearing up that secondary of the Steelers, just wreaking havoc back there, and he was able to do what he's been doing all season as an MVP, so he did really well.
And what?
I have to agree, Julio Jones, he wrecked him. I mean, the Steelers, I don't think they played their best that they should have against Julio Jones. I don't understand how you could be a team and stop Odell Beckham and Jarvis Landry, but then have one receiver, Julio Jones, come and tear you up. I just didn't like that.
Well, your guy, Juju Smith-Schuster from the Steelers, definitely had a good game today. He had 7 receptions for 120 yards and 1 touchdown. And I know you told us earlier that he was going to be a big factor for the Steelers in this game. And personally, I think you proved that correct. Definitely had a big factor on the Steelers' offense.
Yes, I think so too. Without Juju Smith-Schuster, this game could have gotten really out of hand. I think he backed up the defense, but not enough. And the defense just didn't show. But Juju Smith-Schuster, shout out to you, man. You played excellent.
And it was definitely a second half game. We saw going into halftime, it was 21-7 Atlanta. And the Steelers, only had 7 points. But the Falcons' defense still held them only to 2 touchdowns in that last half. Now, personally, I think this was a big defensive game for the Falcons, too. The Steelers did have 3 touchdowns, but, they had let them go. What do you think?
I think at points it could have been a lot better. The secondary could have guarded Juju a lot more tightly, and they just couldn't guard him today. And then they played well in the fourth quarter and stuff, but they were at points and just defense was not very good today.
Anything else for you all?
Second half game was definitely a way to put it. I think the Steelers did quite better in the second half defensive-wise than they did in the first. And we saw Juju Smith-Schuster step up in the second half, getting his own touchdown to help us get the 24 points, but unfortunately it was not enough.
Thank you for watching the Fox Sports pregame show for the Super Bowl. 35 Falcons, 21 Steelers. I'm your host, Harris Seidman, alongside Colin Hill and Walt Higgins III. Thank you for watching.